Good morning, sir. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning, good morning, sir. I'm on the wake up list, blessed.
Yes,
Do the
yes,
show
we
with.
are. Yes, sir. We want to be honest and transparent and let everybody know that we are coming to you by way of tape, live from tape, not quite Memorex like we used to say back in the day, but we are taping the show about 11 hours in advance of the actual live show. So we still want you to click like, click share, and still make sure that you put your comments out there so we can make sure we comment back to you. And because we still always appreciate you coming out. It is July 8th, 2023. When you are seeing this right now, it is the 7th still. But we're going to come to you. We're still going to give you a great show. And we want to thank you in advance for coming to check us out. And so, as always, don't forget to click like, click share, and we're going to get right into it. As always, our first topic is the topic that the people, have voted on. And our first topic is the topic of the week for the ESPN talent dump, which is kind of worrisome to me a little bit. I'm going to let you take point on this one first because I got a lot to say and I don't want to overtalk you. Go ahead, sir. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Man, they kind of cleaned house, didn't they? Woo, yeah. When I seen the list when you showed me, I was like, wow. But it's just, I mean, some of the stuff is like, I don't get. Like, okay, you got rid of Jalen, you got rid of Keyshawn, you got rid of, so many people, but then you signed Pat McAfee to a 5-year, $85 million deal. I don't get it. Maybe I'm not reading it right. I don't know. It was just crazy to me. But
we got Jalen, Van Gundy, Mike Breen, Mark Jackson. That's almost your whole entire NBA staff right there.
Mark Jackson got those too?
Yep. Pollock, Colbert, Kellerman, Keyshawn Johnson, Doug Kazarian, Andre Ward, Steve Young, Ashley Brewer, June Lee, LaFonso Ellis, Todd McShay, Matt Hasselbeck, Jordan Cornette, Jason Fitz, and Nick Friedel. I'm missing somebody. So I got that. So that's pretty much your entire NBA staff right there. Some of your college people and some of your NFL people as well. I really wasn't surprised when they said Mark Jackson, because in my opinion, Mark Jackson been kind of calling it in a little bit, phoning it in a little bit over the last couple of years. He said 2-3 words. The defense was great. He been saying little stuff like that lately. So you can kind of tell that he was, kind of done with it. So, I'm pretty sure it was probably mutual on his part, so he can go and spend more time with what he really wants to do, which is, his ministry. So I can understand that. But what worries me the most, it makes it look like that the talent is paying for the network, when it's really not like that. That they're paying so much money for the talent that they can't pay for everything else. Because I know they have they have all these things that they pay: NFL, NBA, college, MLB, cornhole, pool, ESPN 1, 2, 3, ESPNU, and it makes it look like they can't afford it because they're too busy paying all that talent. So that worries me for Disney. So is this still a worthwhile and long-term investment for Disney? Is it something they may look to selling down the line? Is it something you never know. They got golf over. They haven't gotten golf yet. That could be a part of, maybe the lift tour people want to buy them or something like that. I hadn't even thought about that. So is it really worth ABC / Disney to continue to own ESPN if they got to dump all that talent? Because at the end, there's really not a lot of money compared to what they're making in advertisement and the like. So if that really worries me. It's not the first time they've done this. This is really like the second or third iteration of them dumping talent and dumping salaries. You don't have a salary cap like you do the sports that you report on. So I guess when they figure when it gets too high, they'll go ahead and get rid of them.
So that would mean they show with Keyshawn, Jay Will, and my man is cut in, right?
Jay Will's still there, but Keyshawn gone.
But okay, was that? Oh, Max Kellerman. So, but I'm saying that show cut.
Kellerman's
Right?
gone too. Kellerman's gone too.
Wow.
Yep. I think I got him on. Yep. Kellerman's on the list. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Mm. So
go ahead.
wait. So is Randy Moss still on Monday Night Football, or he gonna do?
They didn't say Randy Moss. So I don't know if they're gonna bring him in the studio. Or they're gonna keep him out on the field. You never know.
Wow. Okay. Mm. Wow. That's great.
That's a lot of money going out in terms of paying these. You're paying the SEC or whatever conferences that with exclusive rights. You're paying the Big Ten coming up. Is it really? That's why I say, is it really still a worthwhile investment for them to do this? That makes me really, really worry about that long term, because they about to shell out a whole lot of money for this college football playoff,
right?
Because they have the exclusive rights to that.
Oh.
So I'm thinking. I'm trying to look at the big picture as opposed to just
right, because I mean you're more fluent with it than I am, because like when you sent me the thing, I was like, when I seen the list, I was like, man, like okay, the personnel you got rid of for the personnel you kept, that's where the part I didn't get. You got rid of Jalen, but you kept Kendrick Perkins. That doesn't make sense to me.
It makes sense to me.
Why would it make?
Because Kendrick Perkins, he that country draw, they trying to keep Charles Barkley without keeping Charles Barkley. You got Kendrick Perkins as your Charles Barkley. Like TNT got Charles Barkley.
Okay.
That's their Charles Barkley. So I can see them keeping him. But Jalen has been kind of a risk to them. Being married, getting a divorce, and then Stephen Smith, and they might and supposed to be kicking it with the wife. That's been kind of a.
Oh, you talking about Stephen Smith? Stephen A. Smith was supposed to be kicking with his ex-wife, Marley Cole.
Right.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I can see. So out of that group, who you gonna keep? You're not gonna cut her, because that's a lawsuit. You gonna keep Stephen A. He's your draw.
But she ain't been on there in the last couple of days.
Well, I look back on it. Maybe she did get cut.
Yeah, she ain't been on. It's been
Maybe she's been on vacation.
It's been yeah, that's possible too. It's been what's her name? McNutt, and the other girl lady. It ain't been her.
McNutt is around.
Right. He just came back. What, Wednesday? He wasn't there Monday was. Tuesday was a holiday, and then Monday was. Yeah, he just came
on like Friday or whatever it was. Right before he's about to do a segment, they literally put him out of the makeup chair.
So you think he next?
Who's that?
Stephen A. Smith.
No. Stephen A. did address that today when he said that normally when somebody gets a cold, the black community catches pneumonia, and so he could get laid off. But he's the draw. He is the network. You think it's ESPN? You think it's Stephen A. Smith? Because he's covering almost everything but baseball and hockey.
Correct. Okay. And so let me guess. Mad Dog didn't get cut? Gotta cut him, man. He horrible.
You need that demographic. He's there for a reason. That he was your what's the kid undisputed who's out of the cold right now? He's your
Sharp.
No. The other one.
That's he used to be on First Take, right? I know you're talking about.
So that's like you're trying to bring that demographic back a little bit.
Okay.
So I can see why they would want to keep him. Plus, he has a podcast that's just as strong as his presence. It's probably stronger, and they get just as many people from that than his presence on the show.
Man. When he come on Wednesdays, I just change the channel. I go back to watching Matlock. I'm being honest, man. I do, man.
So you rather watch Matlock, okay?
I watch Matlock, and then once he come on, it'd be like Doggy here. I'd be like, well, go back to watching Matlock. Horrible,
Well,
man.
I was watching it. I did watch. It would be, at least be in the background. The speed would be in the background, and they got the carton show. That's what that one. It's cool, but it's a nondescript show that I don't know much
Right.
about. But I was of course I did like the first take, but we gonna see, and I'm still interested to see if they're gonna bring back the playmaker from what happened at the Super Bowl.
Mike Irvin.
I'm still interested to see what's gonna happen with that. But
Yeah, you gotta bring you. I mean, you just said it. You gotta have that type of dynamic, right? So you gotta have Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin get to show height. He starts sweating. So yeah, right. You right. Right. Just what Nancy Reagan used to say. Just say no. Just say no. Right. It looks sad though, man. It be looking bad, like for real. Like
he do. So that lawsuit hasn't been settled yet. So I don't know what's gonna happen yet with that.
A lawsuit is
from the Super Bowl when the lady said he harassed him.
Oh, what was that, like 20 years ago?
No, that was just this year.
This past year. Oh, yeah. Okay. Man. Hey, be the playmaker. All right.
Yeah. So I hope that gets resolved soon for him, so he'll have an opportunity to come back and do something, because he's very knowledgeable. But sometimes off the field stuff get you in more trouble than anything else.
Absolutely.
All right. Don't forget to click like, click share, and don't forget to get the book Gratefulness Journey every day. Let's see. We get that right in the camera right there by Mr. Marcus Holmes, who is with us again in spirit. He's reclaimed his time and taking over the duties of the host and the background and all this fun stuff. Like they would call it, running the board. I'm liking it. It's a lot of fun, and we're gonna lead right to our next topic, which is the NBA. We got Summer League going on right now. The California Classic just ended a few days ago with the Kings and Spurs both going 2-0. The Heat and the Warriors going 1-1, and the Hornets and Lakers going 0-2. I did not pay too much attention to that because I was waiting to see the Merovingian, who got to play tonight. Who's the Merovingian, the Frenchman? I call Vegas the Wembanyama Invitational, where you get to see the basic uniforms, the JV look, the backup uniforms, the fourth generation that they don't ever wear unless somebody get something back at home that they got to wear. Pal League jerseys.
The Pal League jersey. Saints the Saint.
The Saint, right. And you wear the practice jerseys and the game. Summer League. But I bet you they're going to sell them jerseys, though.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Wembanyama, I'm still worried. I still see him. I don't see him being the player that they say he's going to be. He went 2 for 9 tonight with a couple free throws, and he's going to be playing against some grown men. His body type is not conducive for him to be out on the court like they're going to expect the number one to be. He really needs to spend like a year or two in the G League, if you ask me, quite honestly.
Oh, what?
From what I saw tonight, in terms of his strength, in terms of his of course he's not in basketball shape, and because he hasn't really played that much. He's been on the world tour literally since they had since the Spurs knew they were going to be able to pick him. He's been here, there, and everywhere, making appearances and signing deals, and so he got to get back in there. What they call it, like during Heisman season, they call it on the chicken circuit. He's been on the rubber chicken circuit, eating all the dinners and not really practicing like he should.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, I will have to agree with you. You can see the fatigue tonight.
Mm-hmm. You can see the fatigue.
He didn't get back on a couple of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's to be expected, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Pop gonna get him right. Pop, trust me.
Pop sitting there cool.
Yeah, Pop.
I think myself, Pop, he growing it out, but you can tell it's, he like me. You got spaces in there. He just got to grow it out. But, So you saying you wasn't impressed, correct? No.
Okay, so You're not telling me he about to be another Zion.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Zion, in my opinion, still has kind of more of an upside, quite honestly, than Wembanyama. Because from what maybe because I didn't get a chance to see Wembanyama because he played in France and all that hype that he brought from being over there. But we got to see him on a Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday basis in a tournament playing against Michigan State. So you got to see him play in big games and where you know where his game could translate. And he's kind of, even in the games, he hasn't played a lot of games. In the games he's played in the NBA, he's shown that he can compete. Correct. That he can do it if he was there consistently.
Correct.
I don't know about women. Maybe it's going to take a little while, maybe 4 or 5 years. I'm not saying
4 or 5 years.
I'm not saying he don't have a skill set, but from what I saw tonight, the kid that was in Houston hit the game winner, got a little bit more potential right now to me than Wembanyama. Smith was his name. That kid went. He only scored 4 points in the first half. Went off for 29 in the second half. 33 points total.
And hit the game winner. Correct.
And hit the game winner.
Correct.
So that worries me about Wembanyama and the expectations they have for him and his ability to live up to that. Even before, it was a video. I don't know if you saw the video when he first came after the draft, and he had him in the uniform out there and the little photo op, and he shot about 7 shots. He made 1 and 2 dunks and ran out the court. I was trying to put the whole video up on our page.
Okay.
I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't get it. I kept seeing it, but I couldn't capture it.
Okay. So, to digress what you're saying, okay. He's 19. LeBron was 18. LeBron was the chosen one, the guy out of Akron. He wasn't supposed to make it, the whole 9. Okay. This guy is from France. And you know who had all that play over there? That's Tony Parker. That's Ginobili. That's all them.
Well,
okay.
Okay, go ahead. I got a point. Go ahead.
So, with that being said, remember we talked about this on a prior show. What's a foul over there is not a foul over here. And what's a foul over here is not a foul over there. Because you've seen it tonight. It was sometimes like, okay, I noticed when the number 2 pick, the kid out of Alabama, when he got physical with him, he didn't want none of that.
Yep.
And I was like, wow. But over there, who's over there to get physical with him? Nobody.
Right.
But Brandon was like, yeah, okay, you want to bang? Let's bang. And every time they banged with him, the ball got turned over. So it's going to be a whole lot. You got, like I always say, with the Kool-Aid, he missing the sugar. He missing the stir right now. I'm just saying right now.
Only got the sugar and the water.
Yeah, he missed that first little cup you tasted, you probably spitting that out. Because it's a little bit sour. He need a little bit tweaking. Need to add a
5-year-old that you let that Kool-Aid by itself for the first time.
Or maybe you should call Zion and find out what Zion eating. Bulk up a little bit because Brandon Miller's not big. But Brandon Miller was banging him. And every time he banged him, he lost the ball. So I'm like, wow.
We don't want that Zion meal. Zion got to eat 4 meals at 4 different houses.
Like, you know what? Zion just don't have no guidance. He don't have nobody to tell him, hey, man, that's too many carbs. That's too many this. That's too many that. So there it is. And he like adult entertainment.
That's what I'm saying. He going to too many different houses. It's a meal at every house.
I know where you was going. I just went that way. I didn't go that way. I knew where you.
To speak to what I was talking about with your point with Wembanyama and Tony Parker, this has been a setup. When he was in France, Tony Parker's brother was coaching him. And his train over here is another Parker teaching him, coaching him. So this has been a setup. So for all those conspiracy theories out there, it's been a setup trying to get him to San Antonio. I'm really not wishing ill on the young man. I hope he does well. But if you extrapolate from what I've seen to where he should go, where they want him to go, I don't know if it's going to happen. I can see him being a solid 12-9 guy, quite honestly, with 12 points and 9 assists and 4 rebounds.
Assists?
Yes, I see more assists than rebounds in his future because he's not going to want to go down there where the men go and throw those elbows a little bit, even though you really can't throw it in the NBA like they used to.
And then too, their number 1 pick back in '97 was who? Tim Duncan, right?
Tim Duncan, yep.
Who did Tim Duncan have?
He had David Robinson to back him up.
Right. He don't have nobody like that. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be that much harder. That's what I'm saying too. So I'm with you. I wish him the best, but yeah, tonight, like I said, when I did the promo for the show, I held the jersey up. Maybe I should have turned it around. I'm with you. I wasn't impressed neither.
I'm a little worried, but we gonna pray for him. Really quickly, we got some free agency updates. Harden still doesn't have a team. Kyrie's back with Dallas. Van Vliet is now going to Houston with Dylan Brooks. I like that combination. That's gonna bring some strength, some toughness to Houston with Udoka coaching them now. Nikola Vucevic, the Bulls. Jeremy Grant back with the Blazers. Kuzma back with the Wizards. Draymond was a no-brainer going back to the Warriors. Austin Reeves is back to the Lakers. A lot of people mad at Austin Reeves, saying he could have went somewhere for a lot more money. He was restricted, so they could have matched anything. And I think that was the right move for Reeves. He's a system player, and in that system with LeBron, I think you said this before. In that system with LeBron, that's the best for him in terms of him being able to get the shots and get the playing time he wants. He's going to go somewhere else with a lot of expectations on him, and he's not going to be that player because with LeBron being able to garner the attention and get him to him in an open spot, that's what's best for him. So I'd agree with you on that one. All right, don't forget to click like, click share. Thank you once again for going to our Facebook page and joining our Facebook group. And once again, don't forget to get the book, Great for This Journey Every Day, written by Mr. Marcus Holmes, that young man right there, handsome young man right there. It's once again, it's another Saturday morning, and you are cleaning up, and you're calling your girlfriends, you're calling your homies, you at the barbershop. Hey, turn on the internet. Kamau and Felix and them on there talking that crazy sports again. Remember, we want to be the soul train of this generation. Open up your windows and get that fresh air. And when you open up the windows, to put your computer and beam it to your smartphone, your smart speaker, and put it all throughout the house. So we can go, what? He said what? And then you go right on there and give us a shout out. Tell what you like and what we didn't like what we said, and let us know so we can make sure that we can get back to you on the list, so we can comment as to your comment what it is. And so we're gonna move forward. We're going to baseball. Baseball is in full swing right now. Definitely pun intended. Definitely pun intended. We're gonna finish up by closing out the college season. LSU beats Florida in the College World Series 2-1, and they beat the crap out of them in that last game. I watched that game going. You heard tingling. That's all you heard. Florida started off winning, and so LSU was like, not today. And they were late because they were talking about how Florida had beaten them 21-4 or something like that, 22-4 early in the season, and they were trying to beat that score in the championship game. But that's all you heard, and that brings me to my next point. That metal bat that they play with in baseball is a big difference in playing with that wooden bat. And
absolutely.
And in the major leagues, which leads to my next point. Ellie Dela Cruz last night in those sweet new uniforms that Cincinnati been wearing hit a home run off the Nationals after the coach for the manager, for the Nationals said, "Hey, check his bat. Something might be wrong with his bat." So, something wrong with his bat, all right.
Right.
It was gone in the upper deck, and so he pointed to to the team's dugout, pointing like, "Yeah, check it again." And so Nationals coach was a little upset, telling me he didn't like his antics. Well, you started it. You can't throw the rock and hide your hand, my man. What you want him to do? He gonna, everybody do the pointing and flipping the bat. That's nothing new. Everybody does that now. But things are to the point now where, he brought it on himself to play a little tougher and hit another home run.
Right.
So I'm liking that kid. But I like those uniforms even better.
You talking about that all black with the red?
Well, no, they had the all red with the white letters with Cincy right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go look at those uniforms from yesterday. So Cincy got some alternative uniforms that are sweet.
You said they're all red with the white letters?
Yeah.
The pants are red too?
Yeah. It's like all black with the red letters.
Right.
All red with the white letters. They sweet. They sweet. So you gotta check those out. We got the Midsummer Night's Classic coming up, and we got one Tiger going pitcher, Michael Lorenzen, and this will be Tuesday, I think it is, that they sent him. The game is. The Tigers right now are 38-49 in third place, 6.5 games behind the Twins, who are 39-38, and they are 4-6 over the last 10, and they are 6-7 since our last show. I was saying they can just stay close to 500, because that's what the Twins are. They'll be okay. So hopefully they can come back after the All-Star break and put a little steam into it and pick up a few games here or there. But
it's just funny though, man. It's like that's the weakest division in baseball, and y'all can't get a grasp or a hold on it for nothing. It's like as soon as they get that close, the bottom just fall out.
It's like last year when in football, when it was the NFC Central, was it 2 years ago when everybody had a negative record, they were all under 500, and somebody had to make the playoffs. It's almost like that.
Boy,
but think about it. At least we talking about something. What was we talking about last year for the Tigers?
Yeah, I mean,
you see that pause? That pause was it wasn't playing, but that's exactly what it was. We didn't even talk about them last year.
Right.
So there has been an improvement. They got new front office people. We got a great coach over there, and so hopefully they can continue to get better. And they got Turnbull. They got the other pitcher back. Turnbull was hurt a little bit, so he's back. So hopefully we can make a little run at it down the stretch. And I'm hoping that they do, being an eternal.
I'm not jumping on that bus. I keep walking. I'm not jumping.
Well, of course I had my pilgrimage this year, my annual pilgrimage down to the Double I State to see him play, and they got beat up on a little bit. And if that kid hadn't had an error in it with the first inning, they wouldn't have scored all those runs right after that.
Absolutely.
But that was my first time seeing them take a loss since I've been going to Arlington to see them play. First time for everything. I started to go back the next morning. The very next day, I started to go back for that 1:00 game, take off work, and go out there. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and stay home. Next thing I get the alert.
Right. Because that's exactly what happened. Alert.
Yeah. They went 2-2 against the American League West leaders, Texas Rangers. And let's see here. Speaking of records, the Braves now have the best record in MLB at 59-28.
Okay.
Yeah, 59-28. They overtook the Florida is the Marlins. Tampa. Yep,
Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Yep, they overtook Tampa, and the Tampa is at 57-30. I want to say.
Okay.
Yep, so the home run derby got 8 contestants: Robert Jr. and Adley Rushman, Peter Alonso and Julio Rodriguez, Mookie Betts, and Vlad Guerrero, Adalis Garcia, and Randy Arozarena. And I I wish Mets wasn't going to be against Guerrero because I want to see my choice is Guerrero and the kid from Texas. What is his name? Adalis. Yeah, Adalis. I like him too. He's my second choice. I would much rather see Mookie Betts have go against somebody else so they can have Vlad against Mookie in the championship or Dallas against Mookie or Guerrero in the championship. So I like that. I like them. I'll probably be watching it Monday night to see how it is because after going to see many years ago when they had the home run derby and all-star festivities at Comerica Park, and you get a different appreciation for it, how it actually runs and how that ball flies about that park on that on the all-star game during the home run derby. It's just so cool to see. They literally move shots. They move shots. You'll see them one after another. That ball right about the park. Who you got? Anybody you think who you think gonna take it?
I'm going to go with the dude from the Mets and Mookie Betts for the championship.
Okay. The guy from the Mets
is Alonso. What's his name? Pete Alonso, Alfonso, whatever.
Pete Alonso. Well, they're the same size, so he's Mookie Betts is the 3. He's the 2. So they would. Well, no. It could be. They would have to go against each other in the semis.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Them 2 against each other. But then I would take him over Mookie Betts in the semis.
Okay.
And then I would take him to win the whole thing.
Alonso, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to Guerrero, so we're gonna see what happens. So we're gonna write it down. We're gonna write it down. Let me put a star next to this right now. Alonso. So we put a star next to Alonso. And I'll put a star next to Guerrero. So we can see when I go back and do the research and set up for the next show to see who won it. All right. We're making good time here. A little bit just about halfway through, right? We're making good time on our on here for us as well. And we are moving to the NFL. We are 11 days until training camp opens. We are 8 Saturdays away from the first college game being played. August 3rd, Hall of Fame game, Jets versus the Browns. And I can't wait. It's football season. We getting a little tease from the NBA, from the summer league. I've always been a baseball fan, so I still keep up. Get to see the Tigers and being down here. Of course, I'm gonna keep up with the Rangers, even though I'm still a big Tigers fan. But football. I get to start singing that. I get to start singing Wildcat soon.
Goldie Hawn.
We say
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah. I can start singing Wildcats. LL Cool J wrote that song for
okay.
that movie. Yeah, he was. And if you ever go back and watch that movie, you can see that he's actually on stage at the homecoming dance, singing that song.
Todd Smith.
Yeah, James Todd Smith. He'll be here in August with the Roots. Hopefully I can get some tickets for that one. All right, let's see here. More craziness in the NFL. We got more betting suspensions. Isaiah Rodgers, Rashad Berry, Indianapolis Colts, and free agent Demetrius Taylor, all suspended indefinitely through at least the 2023 season.
That's crazy.
What's crazy to me is it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All these guys are on supposed income.
To him, yeah, absolutely.
And are they betting through their friends or something? Because of course,
I think they're betting off the sites.
Well, I'm saying they're betting off the sites, but you can't use your own name and credit card. Of course, they're gonna find you.
Right.
So what I'm saying is,
how they find them?
Are they getting their boy to do it for them, or they your cousin or something like that? They're gonna always try to find ways to circumvent the system.
No.
So it's got to be more than that. But that's every name. The biggest name that we've seen is Jameson Williams and the guy who got suspended last year, who got suspended for the whole season. Who's eligible to come back this year. So you can't tell me that somebody else is not out there doing stuff they ain't got no business. You can't tell me that.
Right. Well, I mean, but then Williamson, he didn't know, right? He didn't know you couldn't gamble from the facility, right?
So he said,
right, that's what he said. But what I'm saying is, if he knew, I don't think he would have did it from the facility. That's what got him nailed. He did it at the Lions facility.
Yeah, him and all those guys who got busted together, they were all gambling together.
Right, Quentin Cephas and all of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My thing is, the minute they opened up gambling, football gambling, period, you knew something was going to happen.
Absolutely.
The minute we went online, the minute you become a partner with Caesar Sports Book and all the rest of them, you're literally advertising it in the middle of the game, in the stadium, on the advertising on your radio shows, on your regular TV shows, and they advertising. It's going to happen. You're going to have all the educational classes that you want, all the classes, the rookie classes. You don't bet on this, don't bet on that. It's still going to happen. So when you open up Pandora's box, it's you can't you can't give a little kid a piece of candy and say to the little kid, don't eat the candy. If you ever see those people on the internet where they give a little kid a piece of candy and they say, don't eat it, leave it there, wait for mommy. Right. And then they leave out the room and the kid eat the candy.
Yeah, eat the candy. They got one with a dog.
Yep, they got the one with the dog.
Where the lady put the chicken on the bed, but the dog don't eat the chicken. The dog actually wait till she come back. Yeah.
You see the dog looking back and forth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. The whole time I think to myself, go and get that chicken dog. But to me, that's mean. That is cruel, and that's also mean and cruel to, even though they're adults and there should be some rules against it. Right. What do you think? So you got a whole Vegas Raiders team, right, and literally within walking distance, you got casinos of the practice facility and the stadium, and they're not gambling.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope that is not happening. I would hope not. But to me, something going on. Something like Keith Sweat. Something just ain't right.
He went to Keith Sweat, though. Out of all people, he said Keith Sweat.
Hey, why not? All righty. Moving forward, once again, don't forget to click like, click share. Don't forget to go to our Facebook page and join. Thank you. We've had a lot of new people join over the last 3 to 4 weeks.
Thank you.
We really want to thank you for that. Not only are they stateside, they're from all over the world. Because when we'll be on YouTube. We're on YouTube. Let's see. We're on 5 different streaming sites. And of course, I would have to have a brain fart. I couldn't remember all of them. And it's time to talk about them. But we're over 5 different places. And so please continue to tell your friends, come check us out and leave plenty of questions for us. And we love to get back to you. So right now we got WNBA. They are just almost at their halfway point as well. We have the Las Vegas Aces at 16-2 after being upset tonight by the Dallas Wings, who was the formerly in Tulsa, which was formerly the Detroit Shock. I forgot about that history till I went to that game last week. And they reminded me of that the Wings were the original Detroit Shock, played out there in the Palace of Arbor's Hill. And the guy whose mom coached at Notre Dame was at Purdue. No, he played at Purdue. She coached at Notre Dame. And United played for the Pistons. She was a part of those Shock teams that won a couple championships. And so Wings are doing well right now. They're 9-9. I think they're in 4th place in the in the league. We got the Aces at number 1 at 16-2, Liberty at 12-4, the Sun at 13-5. Once again, they're going to Vegas for the All-Star game. The All-Star game is July 15th, and they're having a selection show tomorrow, or today, I should say, which is July 8th at 1 p.m. on so they can pick the starters and the and the backups. And everybody's looking forward to hopefully having Brittany Griner play with her. That's still a big story in the NBA with her being back in the league after being away for her little sabbatical. And so I'm hoping that turns out well for her. And I'm glad to see that the NBA is doing well. They're on Ion TV. That game, the Vegas game, was on Ion. They're on NBA channel. They're on ESPN, and so they're getting a lot of attention. And I'm still interested in my mind of figuring out how it is that we can make those girls more money. What we've all talked about. Do we need to change the name of the league? What kind of sponsorship? But they're still losing money every year, and so it's hard to advocate for those higher salaries for the girls. For the ladies, for the players on those teams, if the league itself is losing money. So I'm still going to be, in my mind, trying to find ways of, what can you do to raise the profile and raise the amount of money that actually comes in, so it can be in the black and everybody can make money all the way around. As of right now, if you ask me, only way they're making money is on the concession stands and parking cars, because they're not making money in terms a lot like they really want to in terms of being able to.
What about the jersey sales?
Well, I would say that it is on par for the ticket sales of the people that are showing up. It's not those jersey sales aren't really big, but they are selling jerseys. Right. And I can tell you, going to that game I went to on Sunday, it's a lot of fun going to those games. And I hate to say it like this, but I liken it to going to a minor league baseball game. When you go to a minor league baseball game, you get a lot of interaction between every inning, between almost every pitch, between every player. There's a promotion going on, there's something going on, and it was like that at the game where they were throwing T-shirts and recognizing everybody. Some of everybody there, they were recognizing rappers. They recognized the chief of police, and veterans, and so they do a good job of making sure that they keep the attention on the floor, even when it's a timeout or anything like that. And so I'm pretty sure if they're doing it with the Wings, they're doing it everywhere else too.
Right.
All right. Let's see here. Where are we? Let's see here. Let's look at the timing. Yeah, we read about right. Yeah, we about right. We're gonna go ahead really quickly. Let me get to another screen real quick. And get rid of that over here. Is that right? Yes. We're gonna go ahead and quickly take a pause for the calls as we get into Stupid Sports News. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Let me get down here with Stupid Sports News. We don't have a lot for once. I was trying to find things. Pat Fitzgerald suspended for 2 weeks, pending an investigation of hazing going on in his locker room. One of his players got hurt. They didn't have ample supervision in the locker room.
Northwestern.
And Northwestern. Yeah, at Northwestern. Yeah.
Man, win some football games. That's the hazing y'all should do. Win some football games.
Well, for a while they were on the every other year track where they were good playoff, well not playoff, but go to a bowl game, not so good from that. Back and forth, back. With the last couple of years, they had made a bowl. Now I think that Pat Fitzgerald is the right coach for them. You see how long it took for the basketball team. First time ever in history was this year for them to make the NCAA tournament. So it's hard to win at a school like that when you're at a Northwestern, a Vanderbilt, where the commitment is more to academics than it is to sports. But unless you look at Stanford, they make the commitment to sports and the academics. Pepperdine, kind of the same thing. Those kind of schools where high academic interest, where you're not really recruiting for sports. You're recruiting for you're definitely recruiting a student athlete as opposed to an athlete at some of the schools that that contend to win a little bit more.
Okay.
So I do like that Northwestern. They have the best stadium in the Big Ten, hands down. If you ever go down there, that stadium is beautiful. Open ended on one side with the stands. It's not a big stadium because it's not a big stadium at all, but it's beautiful. And that campus is a pretty good looking campus. But the basketball stadium.
So that stadium is better than the shoe?
Aesthetically, yes. Aesthetically.
It's better than the big house?
Oh, easily. Aesthetically. We talking about aesthetics. I'm not talking about how they pack them in there, how they cheer and all that. I'm talking about how it looks in terms of the design.
Yeah.
So that's what I look at. All right, now we got a little bit of time left, and since I have a good topic, I thought we would go reaching a popular culture, a little pop culture topic today. I want to apologize to the sports purists because we didn't have any more stupid sports news, but this is pretty stupid. I wanted to discuss the Keke Palmer boyfriend Usher outfit whole fiasco.
Hey,
What
was the problem? I don't get it. What happened?
Okay, well, for those who don't know,
Right.
Keke Palmer was having little girls trip to Vegas, and they went to go see Usher.
Okay.
And of course, Usher, knowing who she had pulled her up on stage, and she got on this outfit that's a little cheeky.
Okay.
Cheeky.
So you can see everything basically.
You can't see everything, but you can see it's covered up. It was one of those types where it was almost like not quite like a onesie, but kind of like a onesie with a little lace over the top.
Oh, okay.
And so everything was covered, but it was cheeky. You could see the cheekies a little bit. And the boyfriend got mad and said, "Hey, but you a mom, no, on Twitter. What are you doing?" And of course, everybody attacked the boyfriend. And so he cut his Twitter off. And Usher came to Keke's defense. There's nothing wrong with that outfit. And I don't think Keke's made a statement yet. I don't think she will. I think that she was she probably gonna handle this in-house like it should have been handled to begin with. I don't think they had that conversation ahead of time. Or maybe she did call him on FaceTime ahead of time and say, "Hey baby, look what I got on." Wait. But like she really need to do that anyway. Why would she need to do that?
Okay, so the boyfriend is mad because of the outfit.
Yes.
Dude, you got a baby with her. What is you mad for? Keke Palmer's not a bad looking female. This the girl that played in the what's the name? The football movie with Ice Cube.
Yes, Keelan the Bee.
Nah, that wasn't the Keelan the Bee. It was the
that's her.
long shots.
Yeah, she was in the long shots too, but that was her first one. Was
Keelan the Bee was with her and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep,
I know them names.
What else? The not so very popular Pimp. That when she got a little older, she played the Pimp when she had a couple of girlfriends out there making a little money. You got to see that. That's the independent film. You got to see that.
What's the name of that?
Pimp.
That's the name of the movie?
Yeah.
PIMP?
Yes. It's an independent film. You got to see it. You got to see it.
Okay, it's called Pimp. Okay.
It's called Pimp.
And she played Chili in the TLC movie.
Right. Yep. She did. Yeah. But you gotta go look at the outfit and go look at the still pictures of how she was all in. But I don't know if she was all in or just acting, but she looked pretty all in to me. But I can tell you what his problem was. He probably was worried that, she just had this baby. She probably thinking, I still got it. I'm gonna get up on the stage with Usher and blah 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 blah. I'm thinking to myself, bro, she gone. What you worry about? What she got on? What she wear? You can't tell them what to wear. You can't tell them what not to wear. Even if you did tell her what to wear, and she gonna wear what she wanted to wear anywhere. Who problem is that?
What did Puffy do in that video? Hey man, wake up, man. I've been there before. Didn't he tell him that? Don't bring your girl around me, true player for real. That's my for real. Right, so there it is.
Yeah, she was out there and want to live her life, what are you gonna do about that? You just have to pray that she come on home, and or whatever she do out there. What's the saying?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas.
Yeah, but you don't want to be that though, right?
Right. Well, I would hope not. But my thing is, this is my official answer. It should have never got on Twitter. If that's what your feelings are, I'm not gonna discount your feelings, brother. That's a pick up the phone, baby. What you doing? Come on, we need to talk about this when you get home. You don't go on social media and embarrass yourself and your family like that. I'm not discounting that man's feelings. That's his feelings. But let's think about how you bring that to the table. I'm worried that he's going to go from being boyfriend to baby daddy to part-time visitation. It's not like he's going to owe her money. But
right.
At the end of the day, something like that could quite easily take them from being in a good position to where they're looking at doing something different down the line. And I would hate that to happen just because, he let the green-eyed monster jealousy jump on his back.
The green-eyed monster. The green-eyed bandit, Eric Sermon.
Yeah, that's a little different. That's EPMD.
Right. Eric and Parrish making dollars.
Yeah, Parrish making dollars. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You did know that.
Okay. So What You're Saying is one of my favorite rap records of all time.
So What You Say. Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. That's my favorite. Yeah. I would listen to that before taking a test in college to get hyped. We're going to take this test. Okay, we don't leave that on. But in all seriousness, I hope that they are able to come to a consensus to the point where they're not talking about doing something different. I'm pretty sure that he gonna hear not only from every woman in America and in the world about leave that woman alone. She gonna do what she want to do. Of course, they're all independent. Fine, we don't have a problem with that. But let the conversation be where it should have been, which was at the house,
correct,
on the phone, or away from the public eye altogether.
Correct.
So you're in a good position that you didn't, she chose you, which is somebody out of the limelight, so to speak, out of the public eye. So you're good on that aspect, but we don't want you to be on the outside looking in, and because that's potentially, because right now you pretty much can consider them a family. Because he's known as the boyfriend, and they're still together in the pictures and stuff. I don't want it to be like we're from boyfriend to baby daddy, and I would hate to see that. I would hate to see that. So hopefully they can work it out, and he can apologize, and maybe go back on. Maybe he can make a video apologizing, something like that. You never know. At the end of the day, it's all likes and clicks and shares and likes. So maybe you can get back out there in a positive light, so that they can look a little bit better. What you think? Did I make a good assessment of that?
Yes, you did. You hate to fly. She hate to fly home in the locks is changed on her own house.
That ain't gonna happen. If anything, she gonna call ahead and have him put out and have him locks.
Right.
She gonna call her daddy. Daddy, get him up out my house. Right. And daddy gonna have them locks changed. Gonna be the locksmith when he go to the grocery store, and she gonna say, hey, stop by my mama's house real quick, because I need you to pick up these bottles. She got some bottles for the baby, and they in one room and the baby in another. He getting separated. I seen that happen before. The baby come in one the front door, he going out the back. So I hope that don't happen to him. Well, folks, that brings us to a close. We closed just a little bit early this time. Our next show is July 22nd. We're probably back to another live show unless some things change. And if we do, we'll let you know. You'll be the first to know. Thank you once again for taking the time out to come see us and be a part of what we do. And every other Saturday, Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. We got merch coming up. Some new merch coming out soon. There's our old merch. We're going to find a way to get that posted so you can purchase that. And of course, Love and Stuff every Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern. Loving the Scriptures. On Wednesdays, we got Mama V Show. We got Love and Music. We have the Gratefulness Journey every day that Marcus does, all a part of the Love and Stuff diaspora. Thank you again for being with us, and we really do appreciate it. And we're going to leave the last word for Felix today. What you got?
I don't know, man. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Casey.
Oh,
no, on a serious note, you know, Detroit got rocked this year, this week, man. We lost the 2-year-old by untimely death. And I'm going to just say, you know, from the Love and Stuff community, your prayers, you are in our prayers. We're praying for you and with you. And me and Kamau both, we're going to dedicate this show to the little young Winter. And just ride high, little mama, ride high.
On that note, we're going to get out of here. Thank you once again, and everybody be safe.
All right.